What's going on, guys? Welcome to another What Sold video. My name is Steve. I'm a reseller. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Amazon. So in this video, once again, I'm going to give you 1 dozen or so items that have sold for me recently on eBay. Now this video is by no means any kind of bragging or boasting. It is purely for means of other resellers, whether new or experienced, to learn from. I know I learned from watching these type of videos. You see brands that you never heard of before, or maybe that you know of and you've seen them in this store, but you didn't pick them up because you didn't think they would sell. So these are great ways to see what's going on and maybe learn some new brands to be on the lookout for. So I'm going to pop them up on the screen and let's get started. All right, first up we have a Husky Tool Bag. I picked this up at the local thrift store. It was $2. It's a type that just attaches onto your belt. You loop it through, multiple little pouches. And it was in great condition. So for $2, it took about 2 weeks to sell, and it sold for $18.95 with free shipping. Bunch of the other comps of similar bags also had free shipping, so that's what I did to keep it comparable. And I put this into a padded flat rate $7.33. So after fees and everything, I netted about $9. All right, next up we have this Nordica competition jacket. I think it was vintage. Had like reflective stripes on the collar, the back, a vented back, and it had the zipper pouches on the lower back, which indicates it's for cycling. Picked this up at the local thrift when they had a $1 clothing sale, which they seem to do quite often now. So you might hear me say that a lot. It was $1. It took 2 weeks to sell. It was in great condition, and it sold for $23.50 with $5 shipping. It was very lightweight, almost like a windbreaker type jacket. So it was still under 1 pound. First class. After fees and everything, I netted about $18 and $19. All right, these next 3 sales I'm going to show you prove to me that this brand is a great seller. Okay, this is a pair of Banana Republic men's linen pants. I picked these up at the same $1 all clothing sale, and they were $1. And I picked up 2 pairs, one in green, one in brown. But they were different sizes, otherwise I would have bundled them together. So I listed them separately, each for $17.95 plus $7 shipping, and they were over pounds. They went into padded flat rate. They both took about 2 weeks to sell. I think they sold like within 2 days of each other. So just about 2 weeks to sell, sold for $17.95 plus 7 shipping. And after fees and everything, I made a profit of about $13 on each pair. Now here's the third one of that brand, which showed me, hey, I'm going to keep an eye out for these for sure. This is also Banana Republic, but these were corduroy men's pants. And again, $1 at the same sale. Took 2 weeks to sell again. And these sold for $21.95 plus $7.50 shipping. Went into a padded flat rate, $7.33. After fees and costs and everything, I netted a profit of $24 on these. So right there with those 3 brands, that told me they sold within 2 weeks, which for clothing is pretty good. So they sold, and that brand is a brand to look out for. Of course, now when I'm looking for clothing like that, I look for things that stand out. They were linen, the other ones were corduroy. So you want something, that's going to stand out from the crowd. It wasn't just a regular pair of slacks. There's probably thousands of listings of those. So linen, corduroy, leather, things that are different. All right, these next 2 sales I picked up actually at the library. This is Simon & Schuster, which is a book publishing company. Pimsleur Spanish. One was Spanish 2 and the other one was Spanish 3. They had 16 audio CDs, and each CD had 2 lessons on it. And I picked these up at the library for literally 50 cents each. Libraries offer things at 50 cents to $1, and you can find books, DVDs, CDs, and audio books, things like this. So I got both of these. They still had the plastic tabs on them, and only all but except a few CDs, which means they had probably never even been listened to. So I listed them separately because they were different, lessons. And they each sold for $45.95 plus $6 shipping. It was over pound. Shipping was probably like $8. Kind of sometimes I'll eat $1 or $2 on shipping just to make it look like a good deal, because shipping can be expensive nowadays. So $45.95 plus $6 shipping. Shipping was like $8, like I said. They sold in 3 days, and they both sold within like hours of each other. Actually, when I woke up, they both had sold from the night before, and to 2 different people, which was really strange. That they both sold at the same time, but different people. So after fees, shipping, costs, and everything, I netted about $36 per set. So that's really $1 cost into about $72 profit. So those are great. So if you've never been, go check out your local library. Most of them will have what's called a Friends of the Library organization, and either they're going to do a sale every quarter, every few months, whatever, once a year, twice a year, or they will have an ongoing sale where they might have a few shelves, a few carts, a whole section, whatever be the case, dedicated to books that are on sale, and usually at 50 cents a buck, and you can find some great deals in there. All right, here we have a Michigan baseball hat, nice thick embroidered logo on the front, sold for $15.95 with $3 shipping. I got this for free from a source you probably heard me mention before, where I get a lot of free clothing. It took 1 week to sell, and after fees, I netted about $12. All right, here's another baseball hat. This is Juggalo from the Insane Clown Posse. They have a huge following. If you ever find any of their merch, especially like t-shirts, pick them up, great sellers. Sold for $22.75 plus $4 shipping. I paid $2 for this at Goodwill. It took 1 week to sell. It went right into a box, first class still, under a pound. After fees and everything, I netted about 18 bucks. All right, this was a new in-box Cabelas Xbox hunting game. It had the game and the gun and everything in it. I found this in the thrift store that was going out of business, and I got it for $2. It took about 6 months to sell, so that was quite a while. So for $21.95 with $8 shipping, and it's kind of an awkward big box, so I had a feeling shipping was going to be a little bit more. It's just one of those things, I was willing to eat $1 or $2 on the shipping. I think it came out to be like $10. So after fees and shipping and cost and everything, I netted about 14 bucks. All right, this is something always keep an eye out for, blank media. Whether it's VHS tapes, CDs, like the old style video camera tapes, anything that's still new, keep an eye out for those because they do sell. This was a sealed 5-pack, and I got it for $1 at the local thrift that I go to, and sold for $16.95 plus $3 shipping. It took 1 week to sell, and after fees and everything, I netted about $12 to $13. Now with the blank media, I have some that I keep that I don't sell, some audio cassettes like this and VHS tapes. And what I do with those, if I happen to get a tape player, a radio, anything that has a cassette player, I'll add a tape or two to it. I keep the VHS tapes for when I sell VCRs. I always add one with it. It just helps, it might bring a buyer to yours instead of someone else that doesn't have the tape. All right, here's something that's a little, outside the norm when it comes to reselling. These are Nutcrackers. They're vintage Nutcrackers. The brand is HM Quackenbush, and you'll see on them it has an HMQ. If I remember clearly, it's on the little connector on the top, HMQ. That's one of the better brands when it comes to them. And I had found these at one of my local thrifts. Has this huge bin of just randomness, and silverware, and, stuff like this, Nutcrackers, stirrers, spoons, can openers, like just all kinds of random odd and end stuff. And I saw 1 or 2 of them, so I said, let me rummage through and try to find a good set. And I ended up finding 4 Nutcrackers and 4 picks that were all the same brand, the same set, because each one will have a different kind of design on the metal handles. So I ended up paying $2 for all 8 pieces, and so for $21.95 free shipping. Shipping was about $7, I think. I don't remember if this was a flat rate padded or if it was still under first class. I think it might have to go priority because it was kind of heavy. So it's probably $7.33. So after fees and shipping and everything, I netted only about $11 or so. But that's something to keep an eye out for. maybe if you sell it in a set of two Nutcrackers, 2 picks, it'll be under £1, less shipping. So, but HM Quackenbush. All right, here's a bag. I love selling bags. Often find good ones. I'm sure if you watch my videos, you've seen me buy and sell a lot of decent, good bags. So this was Jessica Simpson. And this was actually in one of my thrift vlogs where I saw it, and as I was going away from the bags, I looked it up and saw that it was a decent bag, turned around and went back and grabbed it. So it was in excellent condition, had 0 wear, no markings, like it had never been used. Got it for $5 at Goodwill. Sold for $28.95 with $10 shipping. Took 3 days to sell. That was a really quick one. And after fees and costs and everything, I netted just about $19 on it. So Jessica Simpson, you know, I'm not a big follower of women's brands, but I know hers is good. And I know she makes clothing as well. That I have never bought or sold. All right, these last 2 items, very small profit items, but there's a point to me showing them to you. So the first one here is a Wii U Cradle. It's just a little plastic piece. I guess it's for standing up your Wii console maybe. I don't even really know what it is. Probably a few videos back, you saw me buy it and sell it. It was a blue Wii U bag, like a carry bag. I had sold that for like $72, and I paid $5 for the bag at Goodwill. And when I got home, and it's in my thrift vlog, this was inside of the bag. So I said, you know, typically I would look at something like that and be like, oh, what am I going to do with that, and throw it away. But I looked it up and I said, oh, it sells for a few bucks. Why not try to recoup? Even though it was only $5, and if I sold for $72, you know, that cost isn't that much in the bag. But let me recoup my cost of the bag and make even more profit. So I listed this cradle, and it sold for $4.75 with free shipping, right into a little small, you know, padded envelope, $2.80 to ship. So I netted about $1.25. So take that out of the $5 cost of the bag. And here's the second item. This was the Wii manual, the operations manual. It was like 3 little books. This was also in the bag. So I did the same thing. I looked it up, and sure enough, people were buying the manuals. So I listed it, and it sold. Both of these items are taking about 3 weeks to sell, and the manual sold for $7.95, free shipping. That was medium ale, $2.75. So I ended up netting about $4. So between these 2 items that I found inside of a bag that I paid $5 for, I made about $5. So the bag is basically free. And again, not much of a cost into it, but it just proves the point that, you know, if you find something extra or you got these little odds and ends, they will sell, even if it's for a little money. You know, recoup as much as you can. All right, so that's 14 items I showed you, because a couple of those were doubles, even though they were separate sales. So out of 14 sales, 12 were under 1 month listing time. So that's really good turnover. And out of those 12, 6 were under 1 week. So that's what you want. Fast turnover, cash flow. Make that money, buy more stuff, sell it, make more money, and repeat the process. You don't want to sit on things for a long time. So I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and maybe you learned a new brand or 2 of what to buy. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos, and I'll see you later. Bye.